Well, hey, my friends. Welcome to this week's episode of Lively Conversations with me, Paulette Rees-Denis. I'm so glad to be back here again with you. Every Monday, we're doing this now at 2 o'clock, my time, California time, Pacific time, and bringing you just ideas, inspirations, insights, uh, poetry, card reading, wherever we go with this, because it's really important to talk. It's really important to share. And for you, my friends, it's really important to show up, stand up, participate, be seen, be heard, share your thoughts, share your comments. So I got to figure out, I have a couple of things here on the computer asking me to do stuff, and I don't know what they're asking me to do. All right. Hey, so when you're here, I'd love to know you're here. I'd love to see you in the comments. Say where you're from, and we'll talk. We'll talk. Got some things. Got some things I want to share with you today. So, anyway, how are you? How are you? It's Monday. Monday's a great day to get your week started, right? It's good to set yourself up for the week. It's good to set yourself up for every day. I think that's really important. And I do that every morning, between meditation and journaling and getting outside and walking or running or going to the gym, setting myself up for success, setting up for how I want to be in the world, how I want to show up. And so that's some of my journaling prompts for you today. How do you want to show up this week? How do you want to show up today? I think let's just start with that. How do you want to show up this week? What are your plans? All right, I see some friends coming in. Thanks, I'm glad you're here. And so, how do you want to feel in your body? And now, you fellows who are trolls, I have no desire to have you on this podcast, so you can just leave, okay? You can just leave. This is for my friends who are interested in beautiful, inspiring conversations, who are interested in creativity, into empowerment, and to kicking some ass. So today, I'm actually still in my gym clothes because I had a later gym date today with my trainer. And we did an hour today instead of a half an hour. So I was committed to this process. So commitment is my big word for 2023. Oh, get the fuck off my podcast. I am not going to marry you. I don't even want to talk to you. So just go. I'm going to ban you, okay? So I'm sorry, you guys, but, these stupid men who come in here and say these ridiculous things when I'm trying to have a serious conversation with you, an enjoyable conversation with you. And that's really important for me. So, my husband would not be very thrilled with your comments, Mr. Abu, whatever your name is. Hi, Princess of Hollywood. I'm so glad to see you. Wow, it's been a long time. All right. So anyway, we're talking about commitment, and I just seriously committed to myself for the last couple of months and the upcoming couple of months to going to the gym, working with my trainer every week, to make my body feel the way I want it to feel, to be in the body I want to be in. That has changed as I've gotten older and stepping into my crone years. How about you guys? You gals, I should say. How are you feeling? Hey, loves, let me know where you're from. Let me know when you're here. I see viewers coming in. Don't be shy, right? This is what I'm talking about. It's time for you to show up. It's time for you to stand up. And just participating in the chat box is you showing up. Isn't that great? That's so great. So today I have a poem of sorts that I want to read to you that I just wrote. I'm also committing to my Friday morning writing time. Another commitment to myself that makes me feel so good, that makes me feel connected and in tune with some of the things that I actually really want to do, which is write my poetry and put out my next book. I want to put out my 5th book this year. Okay. And so I have some kind of journaling scribbles that I want to share with you. I also want to talk about this card is really important to me this week. So if any of you do the tarot, this is card 16. It's called the Tower. Okay, can you all see that? I'm going up. I'm going up to my camera and my computer. The Tower, number 16 in the tarot. So the Tower is about burning it down, cleaning it out. And what happens when you have a fire? Well, you have ash. What is ash but fertilizer for the soil? What are we doing? We're fertilizing our soil when we burn things down or let go of things or release things. And that's what we've been talking about the last couple weeks, is what's holding you back. What do you not want to be, what do you want not to have in your life anymore? What do you want more of? So here we are coming into full moon. So this is a beautiful time for you to start releasing, or spring cleaning, because we're stepping into spring here in the Northern Hemisphere. Stepping into spring. What do you want more of? But what do you want less of? So what have I been saying is, what are you going to say no to so you can say yes to? Because if you're full up, you can't add more stuff, right? You can't add more stuff. So you got to burn it down. You got to release it. You got to let it go. And the Tower, the 16 card, is about that. And let's fertilize our soil, my friends. It's springtime. Let's fertilize the soil, which is your heart and spirit and body and soul, right? So let me read you a little bit about this. When the Tower card appears, it is time to brace yourself for a change. Hey, Kara, great to see you too. Oh my gosh. Embrace yourself for a change. And again, like I said, we've got the full moon. Time to let it go. Time to let things go. Embrace yourself for a change. The well-rooted tree that's been growing strong for decades is crashing down upon you, around you. Maybe not upon you, around you. Yes, right, Tamara? Woohoo! I know. This is so good. It's so good. Your world may feel like it's literally falling apart, and maybe you didn't see it coming. Even though this phase is painful and confusing, it will be over soon, because you're going to let it go. You're going to let it go. You'll look back and you're going to feel grateful that things have changed course. I know change is so hard for some people, but I embrace change. I love change because I'm curious. I love curiosity. I love to explore and find new ways and new things and new words. As a writer, I love finding new phrases. You go through pain and you go through misunderstanding and you go through confusion and chaos. Sometimes it's small, sometimes it's not small. You might even see a personal breakthrough. You are gonna have a personal breakthrough. So that's the Tower card. So I want you to think about that this week. 16. Unexpected upheaval. And maybe it's actually expected. Maybe you're bringing it on because you want that change. You want that change. So, again, it's setting yourself up for success. So with those journaling questions, how do you want to feel? How do you want to feel? How do you want to feel this moment? How do you want to feel today? Well, I want to feel at ease. I want to feel confident. I want to feel joy. I want to feel like, wow, awed. I love to feel awed. Awesome is a word that's overused sometimes, but I still love it. We live in an awesome world. And I want to be able to take the time to see that awesome beauty all around me. That's how I want to feel. That's how I want to move through my day. That's how I want to move through my week. With attention to details. With curiosity. With wow. And not be held back. So when you think about how you want to move through this week, think about what could be holding you back. What could be holding you back? What's stopping you? What's stopping you from all the stuff that you want? So now is the time to step into releasing this. So good. It's so good. Okay. All right. I could blabber on and on and on, but I'm so glad to see you all here. So I want to share, this is just a kind of a rambling, when I write, it's very stream of consciousness. And I had some things come up last week that I wanted to banish, to let go of. You guys, have you ever felt like that? It's like, oh my God, why is that hanging on to me? Why is that still in my energy? This is what I'm talking about. And now it's a good time to do this. Okay, I'm going to read this to you. Y'all ready for this? Okay. And this is not edited, so this could turn into an edited version in my book. But the self that banishes. The self that banishes all the ridiculous catcalls, the behind your back whispers, the hidden discussions, is the self that shows up, that speaks up, that shouts out. Is the self that releases the pain, the worries. Is the self that doesn't want to thicken her skin because of what someone else said, because of how someone misconstrued a word or a comment or a deed. That self wants to stay open and full of love to share. That self that has so much to offer, especially in these crone years of wisdom and experience. Who wants nothing to do with backstabbing and gossip, not afraid to participate and connect and communicate from the heart and the soul. The self can banish those events, those things, people that don't see, now I can't even read my own writing. The self can banish those events, things, people that don't feed, drawing to her all the goodness and magic and momentum of life. The self that forgives those who bring love and understanding, cares and concerns, but mostly forgives herself for being quick to hurt her own heart, for taking it all on her shoulders, for jumping too fast or reacting instead of acting. Even she, forgiving herself for past words of pain, for mistakes blindly made, no intention of harm carried forward. For her spirit and guidance don't always come through on an instant cart of knowledge and answers. And she runs too quickly, wanting to fill in the gaps to ease the questioning, allowing her skin to still stay resilient and her sleeves filled with her heart and soul. Her sleeves still filled with heart and soul. Because I never want to be that jaded person that been there, done that, done. You know, you've heard that expression of wearing her heart on her sleeve. I want to still be that person. So when I feel pained or misconstrued or harmed, I don't want to set up more blocks. I've built up so many walls of bricks that I spent a long time tearing down. That was my last poetry book, was called Breaking Down the Walls. I don't want to build those walls back up anymore. I want to be able to let these things go. I want to be able to let go of misunderstandings. I want to let go of not being good enough. I want to just be. And realizing that other people's things are about them, not about me, right? And I've said that many times. It's not about you. It's about them. Everybody has their own stories. So there's some journaling questions in there for you. There's some prompts to get you going in your journal, because you know me, I love to get you writing. Thoughts become words, become things. You got to get it out of your head, my friends. You got to get it out of your head. You got to write it down. You got to define it, clarify it, get clarity out of chaos. Step into your creative zone. So you can move forward with your beautiful intentions of what's to come next, of your desires. All right, my friends, let me know how you're thinking, what you're feeling. If you have questions for me, you can private message me, please, here over on Instagram or on the Facebook page. I love that you're here. A few of you are making comments. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A lot of you are just waving at me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So again, here we go. Stepping into the full moon. What are you going to let go of? What are you going to burn down? What are you going to tear down? As we step into springtime. And in a few weeks, a new moon. So to plant those seeds, to bring those ashes to this fertile soil, to your fertile desires. And I want you to make that commitment to yourself. That you will show up, that you will stand up, that you will participate, that you will speak up. This is so important. It's so important. And we are in this time where we need to show up and stand up and speak up. All right, my friends. Thanks for being here. Let me know if you have any comments or questions. You can private message me. You can write on my pages. I'm here. I'm hanging out. I'm doing my thing. Paulette Rees-Denis, your lifestyle transformational coach for creative women on the verge of becoming something more. Stepping into a new story, rewriting your story, stepping into more joy, more pleasure, saying yes to all the things that bring you that joy and pleasure, letting go of the things that don't feed you. I'm here for you. I do offer you a free consult if you want to check out how I work with you, and if it's time for you to work with me as your coach. I do offer that for you. And it's all in the comments, in the bios, on my website. I'm all over the place. I love it. I love you. Again, thanks for being here.